Ulster Championship, it's nice to see you here racing, and it's also nice to see guys over from England. Just a good event for Ulster Championship. Just talk me through that first of all. It's nice to see a bit of an effort being made.
No, definitely. It's good to see that we still have that buzz about Ulster Motocross. You can see once the club put a bit of work and effort in, what they achieved. There's buzz about the paddock. The crowd that was here, the effort they put in was phenomenal, second to none. And hats off to the guys, Mark and all the crew at the Knot Club. As I say, the track was fantastic. As you say, a lot of English riders over, which was good to keep us on our toes and just let people see what kind of speed we're at. And we're not that far off them. Although Taylor was very, very impressive today. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The day started off good, first in qualifying, first time ever here. First race, gave myself a lot of work to do. Didn't get such a great start, but managed to pull through the second. And then unfortunately, race two. I was involved in an incident on the first corner, so time I got going, I was way back, so I DNF'd that one unfortunately, which kind of hampered the overall. But race three, managed to get the whole shot, a little bit sore for the first couple of laps, then the adrenaline kicked in and ended up second in it, so was happy. And then the Tommy Stewart, the final, another decent enough start and just stayed out of trouble to bring it home third. But yeah, all in all, it was a good day. It was good to be involved with it. As I said, it's nice for an Ulster Championship to be buzzing again. It's been quite a while since we've had that, so hats off to everybody.
And it's funny because at an Ulster Championship, usually somebody like yourself would have quite a big advantage, but this was your first time here. Yeah, and you were quickest in qualifying, so that was pretty good, and you were quick all day really, just a shame about the start crash, so you must have been happy with your riding out there.
Yeah, no, definitely the pace wasn't far away, as you say, first time here, and we got one free lap and then 3 time laps, and I don't know how I went quickest because I still didn't know the track, but we managed to get it done, and I was happy with my pace all day. I'm 38 here in 2 weeks' time, and I'm still enjoying it and all the rest of it. But I'm 90% sure this is going to be my final year as a full-time motocross rider. This is my 21st professional season, so it's not getting any easier. Mentally, I don't think I'm ready to hang my boots up, but just from a financial side of things, it's just getting tougher and tougher. So I just have to, start thinking of my wife and kids and stop being as selfish, because, motocross rider, you have to be selfish. You have to put the work and effort and all the rest of it in. So, but yeah, it's not obviously an easy decision. I've had a really good career, but it has to come to an end at some point. So. But yeah, I'll not be retiring completely. I might still do the arena cross if it goes ahead, the Scottish Championship, and maybe an odd race here and there. But as far as doing it full time, week in, week out, this will be my final year.
And usually at an Ulster Championship, there would only be 3 motos. There was obviously 4 today. How did you find that? Tough?
It was good. Well, obviously I DNF'd the second race, I got the first corner, so I never really felt the effect of it as such. But it was good, for the spectators to get that extra race, and it was nice for them to do the programme around that, so we had a bit of time before the final. So. I think it's as I say, it's put Ulster Motocross back on the map, and hopefully we can just build from here.
And just on your British Championship season, I feel like steady Eddie, solid. You're always solid thereabouts, and like you say, you're 38 soon. You must be pretty proud of the speed and the results you can do at this age. Like it's not easy.
No, definitely. We're still thereabouts. I'm currently lying 6th in the British Championship, and the names that are in front of me they're impressive.
Well, the top 3 are GP guys.
And Taylor's just in front of me there, so to be still in the mix, I'm more than happy, because as you say, 38 and still at the sharp end, I'm the oldest out there by a fair bit. It's it is. I am proud of that. To still be in that higher pack, but it's not easy. But as I say, I still enjoy it. I still love bikes. Always will love bikes, but it's. Yeah, it's just one of them. Time has come just to go a different direction now. But as I say, if I can finish off the season strong, try and stay inside that top 6, it would be a nice way to finish. But there's obviously still fast people behind me, and it's not over yet. But 6th in the British currently, and currently land 3rd in the Scottish Championship as well, with 1 round to go. So if we can finish it off on a high, and who knows if the Motocross the Nation is if I pick for it. That'll be my final professional race.
And I mean, it's not getting any easier in the British paddock. It feels like there's less rides and teams and stuff in the past, but let's say in a couple of weeks' time you got a phone call and it was a good offer, would you be tempted to go another year?
Well, that's
if it made financial sense, like?
Yeah, because
I know you still enjoy it.
Yeah, there's always that 10%, but obviously from a team's point of view, hiring a 38-year-old is not as inspiring for them, let's say. Obviously they want the younger riders coming through. I felt that I've been there and done that. Yes, I'm still enjoying it and all the rest of it, but the money's not what it used to be. You know, I had quite a good few financial years throughout my career, and things just the last few years hasn't been the same. Since COVID, a lot of changed in teams. There's not as many teams. There is teams, but they're not proper teams doing it full time. So it's yeah, it's, you can see the calibre. You know, obviously Conrad signed again for Honda. You know, there's a lot of fast guys there, and it's not getting any easier. But you know, to be something still involved, as I say, I'm very proud of it.
And Team Ireland, you're a very passionate man. You know, whenever the news dropped, they weren't going to send a team. I know how hard you work behind the scenes to make that happen. Just how much hard work went into getting Ireland just to go there, first and foremost.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure there was a lot of phone calls and stuff like that.
A lot of phone calls. Obviously, when the first press came out that they weren't sending the team, I got onto it and was like, "What, is there something I can do?" And he says, "Yeah, if you want to." And then there's a couple of other people put their name in the hat. And then it came back that you had to put your proposal in, and I know a couple of other people's done that, and I was like, "Oh fuck, happy days! That'll save me. You know, I want to concentrate on my racing." And then everything went quiet again, and there was nothing was being done. So I asked, you know, Lawrence, "Is there something that can be done?" He says, "Yeah, if you want to get a proposal in, do it." So I got straight to work on it. A lot of phone calls, a lot of time, but you know, we managed to get a meeting and get it across the line. But you know, it's going to be hard. You know, obviously my role is, you know, fundraising. I'm nothing to do with the team, and you know, obviously I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I'm getting the blame for it. But you know, it's nothing to do with me. I'm just solely raising the money. But it's you know, we are where we are. We're keeping the head down, and I'm working hard behind the scenes to try and make it happen as best we can.
And you did say a couple of years ago, I think it was Matterley, that was going to be your last nation. So we've still got you to go to a couple each. But how it'll probably be a nice note for the end it in America. Then that place is always packed with crowd, and I'm sure it'll even be nice to have the family take them for a bit of a holiday there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Obviously, it's a fair bit of coin to get over there.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's, if I'm picked for it, yeah, it'll be a nice way to finish off at the biggest race that you can. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's as I say, there's a lot of work still to be done. There's still a lot of work to, you know, try and just get that final money over the line. But you know, we are working hard, and you know, hopefully it'll all pay off.
Next year then, like, you aren't going to be a professional. What's life going to look like for Martin Barr? Obviously you're going to be a dad, but have you got other plans, you know, to bring a wage in? You've obviously got a track.
Yeah, no, I think I've been working away. You know, I've got my track, I've got my training schools, do robotic lawnmowers. You know, I'm pretty flat out. So it's just going to be nice to spend a bit more time at home. You know, obviously my little man, he's starting to ride bikes now, so I need to start saving if he's going to start doing it. But you know, I'll just take it as it comes. You know, obviously it'd be nice to spend a bit more time at home rather than on the road so much. But I'll not be too far away from the paddock. Like, that's all that. I love the sport. It's all I know. So yeah, it'll be different, but yeah, I'll still be enjoying it.
And what's the little man like on a bike? Obviously at this stage it's just fun, but does he enjoy it? And is he any good? Obviously there's a young Crocker too coming up. Maybe in 20 years time it'll be Crocker v Barr all over again.
You never know. You know, he's only 4. He's enjoying it. I don't push him. He has to come and ask me if he wants to ride the bike, and you know, he is getting a bit more, asking a lot more and a bit more passionate about it. So we'll see. You know, if he wants to do it, I'll support him. If he doesn't, if he wants to go another way, you know, that's his choice. He has to want to do it. I don't want to be one of them typical schoolboy dads, you know, pushing them. But yeah, he's enjoying it. So we'll see how things go.
Well, Martin Barr, I've been watching you since you were 16, 38 now. It's a long time, but it's been great to watch you from day one, really, and what a career you've had. So fair play to you. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.